Hello once again, everyone, and welcome back to Getting More Out of Ferdinand. So today we're going to be covering the third and fourth assaults, which are going to be quite fun, as they both are basically inverses of each other. And joining me is Eric. So, for these, both of our fencers are going to start on the outside guard. Our first one, we're going to provoke his leg from far distance. Now, for this, what I want to make sure I do is I need a lot of wind-up. Now, I'm going to fake a throw to the inside of his leg, but I'm not going to actually extend it. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to approach, and I really like to think of this more as, right? Just kind of lean your cheek, show him the maker's mark on the inside of your sword, that sort of distance, because immediately following this, he's going to throw to my head since I opened it from above. So I go, and he's looking to get that. Now, it should be noted, Ferdinand doesn't actually describe a slip. I don't see any reason you wouldn't do a slip here, so we're going to go ahead and have him do it because Eric has good habits sometimes. So, following this feint of attack for the leg, I'm going to keep my distance, and he again does not describe the footwork. I like to advance on both of these, so I like to go as follows. 1, 2, kind of bring my leg back up underneath me, if not do a full advance to catch it. After I catch this in St. George, I'll have the opportunity to throw to the outside of his leg. So here's it all together. 1, 2, 3, and then immediately return back to the top of your head. You could also fly out to the outside if you see fit. Here's that again. So, fake, catch, hit, no problem. We'll go ahead and switch sides real quick, show that again. So, I'm at good distance, fake, hit, boom. No particular difficulty here. Now, one thing you got to really make sure that you watch out for, feign and then rip back so your basket is well to the side of you. If it carries through, you may get caught on the arm with his one-time tempo, since he can throw just straight down that middle line. One more time, then we'll show the next one. So, good distance, feign, catch, hit, done. Nothing too complicated here. So, that's our first one, play number 3. Our fourth one, on the other hand, is going to kind of go the opposite direction. This one, we've been affectionately calling around the world, or around the clock. The idea here is that my first strike is going to provoke him into an outside half-hanger. So once again, both fencers are going to be on the outside guard. Now, to provoke him into going for a parry, as opposed to just slipping his leg and going for a shot to my head, I like to do this when I'm closer against the opponent and our swords are a little more to the middle. So if we're both making a bit more of a true cross, when I throw this cut, it becomes a lot scarier for him, since I can then move to the next target, which is what I'm going to do. So we're both in outside guard. I'm going to provoke, which drops him into the outside half-hanger, leave my basket where it is, go to the head to get him into St. George, and then just continue that cut around to hit his thigh, and then return back. In this case, I'm hitting him in the shin to make sure I'm nice and not too mean. So, again, provoke, continue. Now the trick in regards to the rhythm change there is you don't want this to be 1, 2, 3. I like to think of this instead as 1, 2 and a half. Because if I make it a third action, I give him enough time to follow around with an outside half-hanger, an inside half-hanger or a slip, right? So if I make this 3 tempo, 1, 2, 3, he has time. It can very easily work with that. But if I instead extend the 7 cut, 1, 2, it's a lot harder for him, right? And sure, he may still slip it, but he only got away just barely. And that's the idea behind this. Now, as for making this motion clearer, really it's going to be dependent upon the fencer. If they don't know how to do an outside half-hanger, don't try to use this on them. But like I said, I like to do it from closer range. He's worried maybe about me trying to force his blade or something along those lines. It dips, dip, hit. And then I'm out of there. Just immediately guarding my head / the outside of my body wherever his sword happens to be. So, go ahead and back to this side. What we're going to do now, as I put my stuff on, we're going to now take those 2 actions and I'm going to build upon them in the same way we're doing the last couple exercises. So the idea here is rather than both fencers being in the medium guard as I leave distance, since both actions are thrown out of the outside guard, we'll just go ahead and go to the outside guard. The idea is I am the attacker on both, so rather than giving invitation and letting him come at me, I'm going to play with distance, get him to where I want him to be, and then attack from there. Now, everyone's going to bite just a little bit differently, and especially during this exercise, you will find different opportunities. Since, like I said, I like for the round the clock to be closer range, as it tends to get him to do an outside, and I like for the initial one, the feigned leg cut, to be from farther range, that way I have room to move. You may need to adjust that depending upon what he finds threatening. Some people won't be threatened if you throw a fake to the leg from good distance, so you may need to get closer. Either way, though, let's go ahead and show a bit of that. So, drill as before, I'm leading Eric, I will be doing the actions, and he's just keeping his good distance with me as he sees fit. That's the other trick behind it. He may not throw the cut immediately, so make sure that you stay on him so you can catch it in case he's late, because we don't have other places to go. One more. Good. So same idea. You can also work these in with the actions we did last time without difficulty. Just bear in mind that if you combine both drills from before, if you go into an outside opening, he may attack you at any time, in which case you'll have to then parry and do the advance. Alternatively, if you're in an inside guard, we don't have options for there yet, but we will later. But either way, thank you very much, Eric. And thank you all very much for watching. So, that was week 2, his third and fourth assaults. Next week we'll be covering numbers 5 and 6, and then from there we'll just keep marching merrily on. So, thank you very, very much for watching. We'll go over some other techniques another time.